talk, man.
Good morning, YouTube gang. We're doing laminate today.
Yay, laminate.
This is a rare find to see us do laminate, but we thought it'd be a great opportunity to not necessarily do a how-to video, but
show you how real floor layers do it.
Yeah, now you just set off some floor layers. They're going to be watching this video down to a T.
No, I don't mean offensive to being other floor layers. I mean, this is how actual floor layers do it. So it's all well and good saying you can do it DIY, but this is how real people do it.
Well, Kyle is a lover of tools, as you may know, so he's brought out his big chop saw. We've got some jigsaws, and we'll run through the tools that we're using. We'll run through the setup that we've got and how to lay the floor out in the first place as well. I haven't actually seen the job yet, so
yeah,
I can't comment too much, but
I'm sure it'll be fine.
But I'm very tired. Are you tired?
No, I'm alright.
I started Naruto, so I'm very tired. Right, let's go to the job. Hey. So we've just checked with the customer, he's happy for us to film, and he's also got a cup of teas on the go.
I feel like it's gonna be a good day.
Cool, so get your ass out of the shot.
No.
This is pretty much the tools we're going to need, the most important one being radio.
Always.
So we've got chop saw, jigsaw, circular saw.
I just got it out just in case.
Okay.
Doing any long rips or anything.
Okay. Headless pinner, which is amazing for the beading at the end. And we're missing one.
What are we missing?
A multi-tool.
Ah.
Or if you're from America, oscillation.
Oh, that's
Oscillation tool. That one. So we need to cut all the frames out first.
Yeah,
so
I'm joking.
Cut all the frames out first, laminate slides straight underneath, and then we're basically going to come off that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Get that hard bit done first, and then it's going to be wedged in. We'll put some packers in it, and then we can basically just go boom, 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 straight off it, get a load of starter cuts done, get that long wall done first, nitty bits and stuff. So yeah, so we're going to try and record as much as we can today, because it's a rarity that we get a nice easy day. So put the plank under it. Well, Kyle's hard working away.
As always.
A cup of tea from the customer. No, Kyle's basically just cutting all the frames out now. Like I said earlier, the laminate's going to slide right under. But yeah, luckily this is the only door frame. The rest is just a rectangular room, which I imagine is going to be most of the views that we're going to get in this video is basically what you're going to be looking for. You know, square room, bedroom, kitchen. I don't know. Obviously, you turn into a kitchen, it gets a bit more difficult. But square room, yeah. We are basically, you choose the hardest part, the straightest part at the same time. If it is not straight, there are ways of getting around it, which I can explain to you in a moment when we start setting up. And we've also cut the door bar as well. So we always get in laminate. We always get the door bar in first, which is there ready to go. So as soon as Carl's finished there, we'll get the door bar in, and then we'll get the first line done. And again, we'll explain how to make it straight if it's not straight.
Josh is just putting the threshold strip in, which is actually harder than it looks.
Yeah, problem is because it's so flimsy, I don't want to whack it.
No, yeah, in case you break it, because it has packers in it, doesn't it, to keep it.
Yeah.
Those green things. Did you get one there?
No.
There you go. Yeah, so we got a pretty thick laminate, 12mm and 5mm fiberboard. Yeah, pretty easy. I'm going to show you guys a little trick. If you're ever using these green boards.
There's a trick.
It's not a trick to us, but it's a trick to new people, rather than struggling with a tape measure on how to cut these.
Oh, you're going to
I'm just going to show them how to. So basically, all you do is you get your board. You get your board with it's got to be full length, and where you see your gap from that point to that point, that's obviously what you need to get. So you get your full length board. You pop it up against the skater board. I'll borrow your knife, mate.
And then where do you put it?
I should really go and get my knife, really. I had it in here somewhere.
Don't know, bro. Oh, it's over there.
Yeah, so as I was saying.
Can I just comment?
What?
You're about to use a concave and it might do like cheese.
No. I've just cut one, so I know how to cut it. It's all good. All good. Yeah, so full board off skirting board into the one that you've already laid, and you just get your knife, and you press nice and hard, straight down.
Straight blades are a lot easier.
Oh god, yeah.
What we use.
You move the piece off the skirting board, you pull it up, should come through, you pop that bit in. You could do it either or, you could put the full size back in, you pop that in there, you get your full size board, and then you pop that back into place, and it should be a nice tight fit. It doesn't have to be a nice tight fit, as it's laminate and you're obviously not going to see it, but
yeah,
you know, some people like nice tight fits, and that's fine. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys that. It's nice and easy.
Like and follow. Right, so for our first board, what we are doing is this doorway is not straight. I don't know if the camera will really show you that.
Probably not.
So we've basically cut the frames out, we're going to scribe it into the doorway. So what we've done is we laid out a few planks, made sure it looks straight, and then and basically, yeah, now we're pushing it back into there. So if I put, after my scribing, that is the doorway. As you can see, it's a lot bigger here than it is there, but if we was to put a full plank straight off this, all of this would basically be twisted that way. So we'll just basically eliminate that there. And then obviously we've got a bit of skirting board behind us here, which needs to be a little bit less for expansion. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, if we know what we're doing, that'll be our first board.
I've got to go cut it now. Yeah.
Let's go to our cutting station.
Yay! I don't even know if I've got a charge battery. Not really.
That one's alright, isn't it?
You get crap all over it when you're walking in there. It gets really slippy.
It does indeed.
Cool.
See if it fits.
You do.
Who put that bar in there?
Can we take it out? Or?
Nah, it's a fucking nightmare to put back in. Oh, I'll tell you what I didn't do.
What's that?
Take that off. Use a jigsaw for that part, people.
That is how it is.
Alright.
On to the next.
On to the next one, on to the next one. Needs playing with, and then I just need to make sure we're not going to have a pissy filler on that back wall.
And how do you do that?
Basically, the way I do it because of LVT, because obviously I'm a specialist in that. No, I'm joking. I'm going to measure the board, the face of the board though, not the tongue, which is 7.5 inches or 19 centimeters. So then we'll measure basically that distance divided by 7.5 inches, and it will tell us how many boards it will be. And really, we want it to be 7.5. We will need to be like, we'll figure out one second. So you can get your calculator out, sir.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
We've got 137 divided by 7.5.
18.26.
Which means we will have a 0.26 of an inch filler, which is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just under half.
Just
length.
yeah, just
Cool.
cool.
So we are ready
To rock and roll.
Hey. Alright, boom. We are getting the first 2 rows done. Then once they're locked in, secured, we will then basically turn and face, and then just get all that done. Move everything over. So the process of what we're doing is Kyle's doing that last cut on the second row, and then you put the boards that are going into this section, place them on that row there, as net as possible, and then you get a board that Kyle's got in his hand. Are you going to do the trim and the thing?
Is that what you want me to do?
Can do. I prefer to do that personally.
That's how I do it. Yeah.
So you can just get the board, use the tongues as the expansion, but I find, in my opinion, this tongue is a bit too big for a room this size. You don't need as much expansion as they say, basically. Now I'm not saying obviously we're going tight, because we're not, but just for argument's sake, literally place your board there, get a marker board, run your pencil line down there, jigsaw that off or circular saw it off, etc, etc, and then it will fit basically in there with the correct expansion gap, and then we'll do that all across here. I say these are the hardest runs to do basically, so we'll get the 2 done and then we'll be smooth sailing from there. We also are facing the fact that we've got a grey board and the pencil line is grey, so Kyle has got some very sexy tools. He's got a bucket, it's like a pencil, but obviously it's got a marker on the end of it. So when we did the door frame cut a second ago, the pencil line rubbed off as we were cutting, so you can see the difference. It's a lot better. And obviously it's not like the LVT we do where you will see that on the cut. So basically we are putting scotia around the perimeter on this one. So yeah, so it doesn't really matter if you've got a little bit of mark. Obviously we can get wipes on at the end of it as well, just to rub that marker off, I hope. It comes off?
No, the Scotia will cover it.
Yeah. But yeah.
So basically, what I'm going to do now is, while Josh is just doing some centres in the room, I am going to make a load of start boards for us. It's pretty easy, because all you've got to do is get your big lip to be facing the way you want to. Obviously every laminate has either a big lip or a small lip, so all I've got to do is make sure I make a load of random different cuts, and not equal cuts. Some people like it with the H pattern in it, but not for me personally. So I'm just going to make a load of them for us, so we can get start boards, and then we can just carry on, and then we'll mark all the cuts at the end. I'll come back out, do all the cuts, put it in, move stuff over, and away we go. But I'll pop you on a time lapse now of me doing the cuts. Go put these in now. See how Josh is getting on. Here he is.
Hello.
I'm just going to show them putting in a few planks.
Yeah, so.
Can be a little bit annoying sometimes having to cut outside, but it's always cleaner, so it's always better. Right. So, pretty easy. Laminate like this. Pretty easy, so just obviously a mark. You should take that off. You just put it over your joint, make sure it's nice and tight, and obviously you've got that little lip there. So you grab your. I don't have a mallet. Obviously this is Josh's. I usually just use the end of my rubber brick hammer. Good tap in, and away you go.
So wow, it's not half a room. This is what we've done so far. Kyle is doing the last cut of this row. We'll probably get a couple more rows in actually before we move everything over. But yeah, we're looking good. And the floor.
Yeah, boy.
Right, so we've moved this sofas out of the way. Got the underlay down, and we've got one piece left to do this whole run. But Kyle's got some crazy sword skills, so he's going to do it.
I don't know if I'm going to get it all, mate.
You'll get it all. I don't think so. Do you reckon there's like a piece in the garage?
You can go and have a look.
Yeah, I'll go have a look. Rightio, we are pretty much done with the floor. I hope Kyle has been showing you some interesting stuff as well, because I've been just throwing the straight lay ones down. But we are running really tight. Obviously this is the customer's own floor, but yeah, we've just trying to find all of the pieces. A box came damaged, so we've had to basically push those to a side. Managed to utilise some of it with cuts and stuff, but we're just doing this last run now. And get yourself one of these for this part. They can become very handy, so we just get that in there, and you just want to give it a bit of a pull across the skeleton board, just to lock that in there. And then what you can do is get another piece and then give it a little tap down. Beading time, baby. Beading. You can do is get yourself a mitre block. They're fairly cheap. How much are they? Like less than a tenner, aren't they?
What, £3.50 from Screwfix?
A wood saw would be a lot better.
Obviously.
We're using a hacksaw because we're good.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're pretty much 45-degree angles. Meet you two together.
What?
What?
You went,
Oh no, I just wanted to scale.
Oh.
It's a bit of weird beading, isn't it?
It's the best beading I've done in a while.
Good beading. Normally you've got the alcove part on here.
Yeah, and I'll find sometimes that's good.
The best way to find your angles is to move a tripod out of the way. Basically, you pop it into the corner, like so. And I find if you mark this top corner here, you mark that top corner there, and you know that basically you've just got to follow that line down, and then you can then take that over to your saw and basically put it on the correct one. So you know there, then that's got to follow that way down there, and then same vice versa. It'll be the opposite angle for the next piece. So hope that helps.
What?
Oof, oof, oof! Look at that arch.
Oh, man.
Start tweaking.
What are you doing here then, Geezer?
Doing the returns on the field way.
These are the hardest bit, wouldn't you say?
I would say this bit makes me hate it, laminate.
So essentially what he's doing is he's making his own external corner, because you don't want to just put a rough edge to where your architrave finishes.
Oh no, because if you just leave it straight, there's a chance it'll just get battered after a while.
Yeah, so it's sort of like that. Josh just did that one too. It's quite hard to do because it can be quite fiddly, especially with MDF, because it's quite soft.
Best thing.
So that is us all done today, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
I'm alright actually. And it's only, what time is it?
20 past 2.
20 past 2.
Started at 10.
Started at 10. So
About 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
yeah, we didn't exactly rush either, we were just sort of chilling.
Well, we tried to chill because we were trying to make video.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it should be a good little video. It's nothing special, it's just standard straight plank DIY laminate, but
Hopefully you've learned something from it.
yeah, exactly.
Not really like, it's not like, obviously you'll probably find proper tutorials and stuff, but you get
the idea.
You get love with us.
Yeah, you get the idea, and you get to have a laugh and a joke, hopefully. So
Oh, well, you are actually are back.
yeah.
Sign up to Kyle's OnlyFans. It's a free only.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, other than that, we've had a good day. We're about to go home now. Nice early finish for a Monday.
What are we doing this week? Because we've got more video this week for you guys.
We have got more video, but this is probably going to be a separate one. So this week we have got a straight lay Brampton Chase LVT to do tomorrow and Wednesday, which will be Tuesday and Wednesday to you. And then
What's the preparation on that?
preparations, plyboard and screed. Yeah, so we'll get that done in a day, and then we will fit the following day. But
oh man, on Thursday and Friday we've got a tiny box room to do in J2. Yeah, I'm not allowed to say J2, it's a J2 when you say.
So yeah, and that's pretty much, it's another bitty week this week, but this week we've both said we're going to try and actually get you some footage of what we do, because the last video, even though we enjoyed it and it was a good video, I'm sure you guys want to see more about actually how we lay the floors and stuff like that. So
we're trying to find a balance.
We're trying to find a balance, and we'll also get some better angles of us doing some laying with the head cam.
Please let us know what you guys want, because at the end of the day we're doing this for you, not for us.
Don't get me wrong, we have fun, but still, it's still what you guys want at the end of the day. If you think, oh, these are proper floor layers, you know, what can we ask them? Well, ask ahead, you know, go for it.
And if it's just advice you're after, hit us up on the Instagram.
Yeah,
we
for sure.
answer and help as much as we can, and we do not charge for it either.
No. We'll always give advice.
I think I've helped in the past week over 10 floor layers at the moment, just through messages and stuff. And if I can't help, I'll put my hands up and be like, look, I'm sorry, but I'll always try and point you in the right direction of who to ask. So
for sure,
we're here to help and try and change the future of this trade, because it's going downhill.
And we're having fun, because we've been doing this for what? Wow, myself like 12th year. You, how many years now? 13 odd years. I think I'm 11 or 10, something like that. I'm not sure. I thought it was 12, but I don't think it is. Yeah, we've been doing this for that long. It's sort of like makes it more fun. It's not just doom and gloom of getting in the van and going to work. And plus, there's no one on YouTube or anything like that really do this YouTube malarkey. So yeah,
times are changing.
Times are changing. Yeah, for sure.
Who needs a shop? You don't need a shop.
No, like I said, just one man with a van or two man with a van, and we'll get your jobs done just as quick as those guys with a shop, if not a better finish. So, but yeah,
that's what we aim for. Obviously, we do a lot of design LVT work, and we will take on basically one project each week. We don't overload, and we make sure we get the best finish possible.
Yeah,
guaranteed, hands down, it will beat Booker.
Yeah. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow, I guess.
Oh, shout out Pro Knees for the knee pads.
Oh yeah, shout out Pro Knees. I really love those knee pads.
Not just for your knees,
no,
it's also your back.
Yeah, I really, really appreciate that. But anyway, peace. We're out. Want to say bye?
Bye, gang.
Bye.